Hey people, it is Monday, March the 11th. The time is 4:45 in the afternoon. It's currently around 6 degrees Celsius. Feeling several degrees colder with the wind chill. I'm on College and Spadina, heading south here along Spadina, coming into Chinatown. But I'm going to dip over into Kensington Market, which is just immediately to the west of here. And we'll take a walk through Kensington Market and maybe check out some views from a parking garage in the neighborhood, where you can get great views of the downtown skyscrapers as well as some of the neighborhood. A very bright, sunny day today. So this street will take you over to Augusta Avenue, but I think I'll take another street heading into the market neighborhood. Get a look at a bit more of Chinatown here. Lots of good deals to be found. No one seems to be waiting for this light. Can't really blame them. I was about to walk across it myself, but it did turn green for me. Gets busier the further south you go here, until you get to Dundas and Spadina, which is the heart of the neighborhood. But we're not gonna make it that far south though. I'm gonna dip into Kensington Market here, I think, at the next street. Let's see if there's any up-to-date postcards. This is something I like to check out every once in a while. Most of these postcards have photos of the city that are easily over 10 years old. In some cases, much more than that. It seems to still be the case. I just don't think there's much demand for them to make new, up-to-date postcards. Because if I did see a current postcard from the last year or two, I'd buy it. Because I do have a collection of postcards with aerial views of cities. But I stopped adding to that collection years ago, since they just never seem to update postcards anymore. All right, so this is Baldwin Street. So it is a Monday afternoon, so not the busiest time to be checking out Kensington Market. This place can be rammed with people, though, on weekends and other busier times of the week. And there's lots of muzak also that I have to contend with every time I walk through the neighborhood, so I constantly have to talk over that. Every block or so, it seems to be a situation here in Kensington. Just goes with the territory.
Buildings and stuff like that.
You still got 2 cases in front of the court, right?
What?
And here's Kensington Avenue.
Story that we've never told anybody and it's only
I'll take us over to Augusta. This neighborhood is in a constant state of change. And there's all sorts of interesting little nooks and crannies. And more music. I'll just do my thing here and talk over it. And the wind is really kicking up. Maybe the sound of the wind will drown out the music a bit. If my voice doesn't do it. And here's the other main street, Augusta Avenue. We'll take a walk north a bit, and then we'll cross over and head south. Because each side of the street has enough interesting stuff just to show one side and then the other. There's 2 separate parts of the walk. Some of these places have been here for years, whereas other ones are just new additions in the last year or two. This place has been here as long as I've been living in Toronto, the Blue Banana. It's an eclectic store where you can find a little bit of anything and everything. And lots of taco places in Kensington also, if you're a fan of tacos. All right, let's cross here. There's another block of Augusta that goes up to College, but I'm going to start heading back south again. Any Nirvana fans? Although that's not what that store is about. Maybe you could figure it out. Here's the Blue Banana. This store is a place where you can just browse around for an hour easily. And then come back another time, browse around for another hour, and see a whole bunch of different things than the first time. Too bad that's out of service. Wasn't this from the movie Big? And there's some music playing in here also. So I'm just going to head back out because I don't think I can talk continuously over an entire pop song. But you get the idea. It's definitely worth a visit if you're in the neighborhood. So I'll take us down to Dundas Street.
I have everything I need. Okay.
And there's a doofus with windblown hair.
It's a good popular spot.
And if you're a fan of graffiti, this is one of the best neighborhoods to come and explore. There are lots of alleys and little hidden spots with lots of big pieces. And the storefronts themselves, as you can see. Although these aren't the art pieces that you might want to check out. That was a popular grocery store, I think. Closed down over a year ago. This neighborhood is very resistant to anything resembling a chain store, so you won't find a Starbucks or a McDonald's or anything like that in Kensington. I think this began as a Jewish market in the early days of the neighborhood. And over the decades, it evolved to become more of a multicultural destination. But you'll still find some synagogues in the area. And this is Bellevue Square Park, the main park in the neighborhood. It's often full of interesting characters hanging out. You can interpret the word interesting any way you want. It can mean many different things. Some good and some not so good. And there's a statue of Al Waxman in the park, who is the actor who starred in a show set in this neighborhood in the 1970s called King of Kensington. Famous Toronto actor who passed away many years ago. And I used to watch that show when I was a kid with my grandmother, I remember. She was a fan of it. And some interesting art installations here. Sort of like a steel junk praying mantis and some dinosaurs. Some sort of skeleton over there. Here are some of the more artistic pieces here. And there are a few of these alleys that have little hidden homes inside of them. I've never been in this one before, so let's check it out. I don't think there's a way out of here. I'll have to go back the way I came by the looks of it. Well, first time exploring this though. All right, we'll head down to Dundas Street, and then we'll just take a quick jog over to Kensington Avenue. Retro Heads Vintage Clothing seems to be closed. Kensington Avenue is the vintage shopping heart of the neighborhood. And the welcoming globes, these are situated around different entries into the neighborhood. So here's Dundas Street. This is like the western fringes of Chinatown also along Dundas. The two neighborhoods bleed together. And this street is mostly lined with old Victorian row houses, which have been converted into retail outlets, housing mostly vintage shops. But there's still people living on the upper floors in apartments. Definitely be a very lively and interesting place to live. Lots of good deals to be found here. There's a taco place that opened there, though. Yet another taco place. Dancing Days, Kensington Studios. And it looks like they're getting ready for Halloween a bit early. I'm going to talk over the Muzak here. Check out The Last Temptation. These places are long-standing in the neighborhood. They've been here way before I ever moved to Toronto. Courage My Love, with its famous ever moving around and shifting mannequins on top. Yeah. King of Kensington, named after the TV show I was just talking about. Uncle Vintage and Thelma's. And another alleyway here. There's one that loops around in a U shape, and there's more hidden townhomes inside there. I have walked through that in previous videos. And I like how the old row houses are painted up. Lost Boys Vintage. Kind of iconic with the view of the CN Tower, with the old row houses in Kensington. Although that tree is a little bit in the way. Yeah, I think this is the one that goes around in a U here. Let's check it out. I got a pirate flag. Very interesting row here, and there's like an old house on the end there that looks like it's from a different build, maybe older than the row houses here. I like how colorful they all are. Need a place to take a seat after a long day of walking around Toronto. So that will take you back up to Baldwin Street, where we were earlier. Another fruit market here. Welcome to Kensington. There's a couple murals in the neighborhood with the Kensington name. And here's this parking garage that has the awesome views, so I think I'm going to head up. And it does not smell good in here. I think there's a better viewing spot over here. So this has been used in many a video. That was shot in Toronto. I recently watched a video called Toronto Mans on the Channel 5 YouTube channel. And he used a clip from one of my walking videos in his video. But a lot of the video had scenes shot from here on top of this garage. I don't think seeing this on video does it justice in person. It's pretty impressive. You can see all the way up to the Bloor-Yorkville neighborhood in that direction. It's pretty much the entire north-south scope of the skyline. So, I think this is a good place to wrap up the walk. Hope you enjoyed the tour of Kensington Market. We didn't cover the entire neighborhood, every street, but we did check out the three most well-known streets, namely Baldwin Street, Augusta Street, and Kensington Avenue. And a couple of alleyways that are always interesting. So I hope you enjoyed. I think I'm going to take a few proper photographs of this before I head back down. So leave a comment below if you enjoyed the walk, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. If you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal as well as via my merch store. And there's also a super thanks button down below, or you can become a channel member if you prefer to support the channel in other ways. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back. Because, as always, I will continue